Shalom Israel, Napash and GMS London, giving all praise Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the bonds and the elders, the apostles of GMS, and honors out there to the brothers on the highways and byways, teaching truth and all sincerity. Okay, today's lesson is going to be on who or what is Semetic. Okay, because we know them imposters, man. They go around throwing this term around to for get people to feel bad and feel sorry for them, as if they're being racially discriminated against. This term anti-Semitic is really some BS, man. Okay, and they have no reason to use that term against anybody that's speaking against them. Okay, because that's not really what it is. Okay, as we're going to go into this lesson, there are many Semitic peoples on the earth, man. And even though the so-called Jew, is an imposter, he's not a real Jew. Okay, he's still of Semitic or Shemitic descent, as we're going to get into. Okay, but there are many other peoples that are of Semitic or Shemitic descent. Okay, so these labels that they throw around is ignorance, basically, and newspeak. Okay, as I'm going to show you, man. But we're going to go through the genealogies of Shem, because this is where the term Semitic or Shemitic comes from. It comes from the descendants of Shem, which is one of the 3 sons of Noah. Okay, so it applies to all of Shem's descendants. Okay, not just the Jews. Okay, not just Israel. Okay, and like I said, they're imposters anyway, but they're Edomites. Okay, so they're still Shemitic because they're brothers to Israel, man. Okay, so every time they put on pressure by putting out there, or they're being anti-Semitic and all this kind of stuff, man. That's all a ploy, man, to demonize people, man. Okay, destroy people's careers and shit. Okay, anyone that wants to speak against the regime or the so-called Jews or the Jewish people, okay, they use these terminologies to play the victim. Okay, and to demonize the person speaking these things, speaking against them. Okay, but we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna start here in Wikipedia, right? It says Semitic people. All right, it says here. So, see, everyone knows. Everyone that does some reading knows, or should know, that this term is not exclusive to the so-called Jews, man. Okay, it's only the ignoramuses out here that don't know any better because they don't read, that don't know this, right? Okay, but they like to play the people, right? But anyway, it says Semitic people or Semitic cultures from the Bible Shem, okay, which I described. Okay, what does it say here? It says Shem was one of the sons of Noah in the Hebrew Bible as well as Islamic literature. Okay, of course, it says refers to relative ages of Shem and his brother Japheth, but with sufficient ambiguity to have yielded different English translations. Okay, whatever. Okay, but yeah, basically it stems from the descendants of Shem, right? It says was a term for an ethnic, cultural, or racial group who speak or spoke the Semitic languages. Okay, so it's a racial group. Okay, like I said, it's a descendant of Shem. Okay, there are many different peoples on the earth that are descended from Shem, so therefore they are all Shemites. Okay, this is first used in 1770s by members of Göttingen School of History. The terminology was derived from Shem, one of the 3 sons of Noah in the book of Genesis, together with the parallel terms Hamites and Japhites, okay, the other 2 sons of Noah. Okay, the terminology is now largely obsolete outside linguistics. However, in archaeology, in terms sometimes used informally as a kind of shorthand for ancient Semitic speaking peoples. Right, so they know that Shemites are basically those that descend from Shem, right? Okay, now you fast forward to today. Okay, it mentions it in this one as well, but I just want to mention this other one in here, right? How did it go from, because that's the truth and that's what it is, so how does it go from that to being this? Okay, anti-Semitism, right? This is it's hostility to prejudice or discrimination against Jews. Well, hold on, we just read that it encompasses many people, a whole racial group that descend from Shem. It ain't just talking about the Jews, but it's been politicized, okay, and turned into newspeak and been politicized as a weapon, okay, because of these damn devils, man, these Edomites that are in power, okay, right? It says a person who holds such positions is called an anti-Semite. Anti-Semitism is generally considered to be a form of racism, okay, but how can you be anti-Semitic when, you know, if you yourself are Semitic or Shemitic? Okay, that don't make no sense. Okay, but they do away with these terminologies of people, because they, at the end of the day, they hold knowledge back from the people, man. Okay, they don't want you to go back into your ancient histories and learn who you are, where you descend from, and so on and so forth. They don't want you to really give credence to the scriptures. Okay, but when it comes to these gutter rats, these so-called Jews, man, now all these terms are applicable, man. Okay, and they're true, you know. So, you know, it's just Esau, these so-called white people, you know, using these terms to weaponize, you know, use for a weapon for these gutter rats, man, to get away with shit. Okay, because like I said, this whole setup that we got up here, man, with the Jews being persecuted, and it's all a play, man. It's the same race of people. It's just they're still white people, man. They're still so-called white people. They're still Edomites, man. They're not no different from the rest of them. Okay, to somehow believe that these Jews are somehow different from these so-called white people is a damn fucking joke. Okay, but there's something else. I want to get this bit, but I think there's something else in there. Right, it says here anyway, so the root word Semite gives the false impression that anti-Semitism is directed against all Semitic people. Well, that's what it should be, okay, because that's what it means. Okay, but they've changed this wording and meaning. It's newspeak, okay, so including the Arabs and Assyrians. So they know that the Arabs and Assyrians are Semitic as well. Okay, which we're going to get into the genealogy in a minute. So the compound word anti-Semite is popularized in Germany in 1879 as a scientific sounding term for Judenhass, Jew hatred, and that it has been common use ever since. Okay, so all this is just newspeak. Okay, they made a statement here which is off, so off. I was just trying to find it if it was in the other one or not. Maybe it was in the other one. Okay, yeah, it's here. Okay, so back in this one, right, under ethnicity and race. This is in the racialist classifications of Carlton S. Kuhn, the devil, right? The Semitic peoples were considered to be members of the Caucasian race. That's some bullshit. Okay, why is that bullshit? Because all the sons of Noah are dark skinned. Okay, hence Shem is dark skinned. Hence his descendants are dark skinned. Okay, well, just looking at this skull head, man, that's appropriate, man. You know, Esau is a dead man walking right now. His destruction is coming real soon. Right, let me just read this anyway. So the Caucasian race is a grouping of human beings, which are not historically regarded as a biological taxon which, depending on which historical race classifications used, have usually included some or all of the ancient and modern populations of Europe, the Caucasus, Asia Minor, and it must go on in it, but modern Europe. Okay, they haven't always been there. Okay, that's modern. Okay, but back to my point. All right, I got Zondervan Bible Dictionary here, right? And just to show you that Noah's sons are dark skinned. Okay, and there's three different lines that you could possibly go back to. Okay, and it's either going to be Ham, Shem, or Japheth. Okay, now Ham is mentioned very clearly in here. Let's find H. Right, so under Ham, okay, says the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races. Okay, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. Okay, so those people are not Shemitic, they're Hamitic. Okay, but that does not include the Negroes. Okay, so for you to say, oh, you know, you're Hamites. Okay, you got these Egyptologists out there believing that they're Kemetic. Okay, we're not under that, man. Okay, and these are, you know, these so-called Jewish scholars, they know. Okay, that they're not the same. So the Negroes came from somewhere else. Okay, i.e. Shem. Okay, the line of Shem. Okay, the Japhites. Okay, or the Indonesian, Polynesian, sorry, peoples, man. Okay, they once inhabited Europe up here, as the Etruscans, the Picts. Okay, but they're all dark-skinned peoples, man. Okay, so them saying that they were considered to be members of the Caucasian race, that's bullshit. Okay, because even they know that's not possible. Okay, because even the sons of Noah were all dark-skinned. Okay. So, and you know, and it's recorded in the scriptures what the Israelites looked like. Okay. So, I think that's why we wanted that here, just to show you that they know. Okay, but they don't really want to inform people how to correctly use these terms, right? But in the scriptures now, right? It's starting in Genesis 6 verse 10. It says here, Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, all dark skinned peoples, right? Okay, but Ham is you know, the Canaanites, the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, the Ethiopians, okay, and so on and so forth, man. We're not the same people. They are not Shemitic. Okay, and you got Shem and Japheth. Okay, so anybody that descends from Shem is a Shemite. Okay, jump into chapter 10, verse 21. It reads here, and unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, even unto him were children born. Right, so this is the line of Shem. Okay, right? So the children of Shem, Elam, okay, which is them Eastern Indians, right? That's who they are. Ashur, okay, they're the Assyrians. Okay, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram, which are the Syrians. Okay, the children of Aram, Uz, and Hol, and Gepher, and Mash. Okay, so the Syrians are Shemitic. They're getting bombed the head out of right now. Okay, East Indians down there in India, and else places around that region. Okay, they're Shemites. Okay, the children of Aram, Uz and Hol and Gepher and Mush, and Arphaxad beget Salah, and Salah beget Eber, and unto Eber were born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan beget Almodad and Shileth, and Hazamayath, and Jerah, and Hadaram, and Azal, and Dikla, and Obal, and Abimal, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. And their dwelling place was from Mesha, as thou goest unto Saphar, a mount of the east. These are the sons of Shem, and after their families, after their tongues, in the lands that they're after their nations. Okay, so like I said, that whole list of people are Shemitic. Okay, and this list goes on, extends to the children of Israel. Okay, so we're gonna go the route how it gets to there. Right, it's Genesis chapter 11 verse 10. It says, and these are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and beget Arphaxad. Okay, which we read about a second ago, right? It says 2 years after the flood, and Shem lived. Okay, you read about Eber, read about Peleg. Okay, so this line from Eber and Peleg, right, goes down to chapter 26. Okay, so, and Terah lived 70 years. Okay, so a descendant of Peleg, Terah, lived 70 years and begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. Okay, so Abram, who we all know as Abraham, okay, came from that line. Okay, we go to chapter 17, verse 5. It says, neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee. Okay, so even from Abraham came a lot of nations. Okay, all of them were Shemitic stock. Okay, there's a lot of people that can claim this Shemitic business that they're going on around, man. Okay, the fact is that people don't hate you because you're Shemitic. Okay, you devils, man. You're hated because you're Edomites, man. Okay, so if you want to use any term, man, label yourselves as what you are. Okay, call us anti-Edomites or anti-Amalekites. Okay, that is the reason why we hate you, man, because you're the devil. Okay. All right. This is chapter 16. Oh. Okay. Yep. Chapter 16, verse 15. All right. So Abraham had sons. Okay, two notable sons. Okay, it says, and Hagar bare Abram a son, and Abram called his son's name, which Hagar bare, Ishmael. Okay, and Ishmael are those Arabs. Okay, they're down there in the Middle East, man. Okay, they're the Ishmaelites, so they're Shemitic also. Okay, but he also begat Isaac. Okay, which is in chapter 17, verse 19, right? It says, and God says, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and will be seed after him. Okay, so just showing you that, you know, just to annoy you Ishmaelites out there, man, that the blessing was passed on to Isaac, okay, and not Ishmael. Okay, which Isaac is that chosen seed. Okay. It says, as for Ishmael, I've heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. Okay, and they are large. Okay, damn near everywhere, right? So, but my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto you at this set time, and in the next year. Okay, so that's the point, man. Okay, that covenant was established with Isaac. Okay, and then from Isaac we get Jacob and Esau. Okay, so we're going to go to chapter 25 and verse 26. It says, and after that came his brother out. Okay, 1 second. Verse 25 says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Okay, Esau lacked pigmentation. Okay, that's why he appeared red upon birth, man. Okay, this is the origins of the so-called white man as a race. Okay, it's just a race of lepers. That's all it is. I mean, there was lepers, you know, around at the time, you know, but as a race of people, now Esau is a race of lepers, man. Okay, under the curse of the Heavenly Father. Okay, that's where you get your Caucasians from, man. Okay, I mean, he is a Shemite, he is Semitic. Okay, but he's a damn devil, man. Okay, he's under a curse. Right. It says, and after that he came and his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 70 years old when she bare them. Okay, so Jacob and Esau came from that, so they're both Shemitic. Okay, the Edomites are Shemitic. Okay, so they can say, you know, that they're Shemitic. Okay, that's not the issue. The issue is changing that terminology into speaking about solely about them when they're not even Jews anyway. Okay, Genesis chapter 32. Right, we got here verse 28. No, I'm in Exodus, not Genesis. Genesis 32 verse 28. Okay, it reads here, it says, and he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for a prince thou hast power with God and with men, and hast prevailed. Okay, so we all know Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Okay, and from Israel you get the 12 tribes. Okay, the 12 sons of Jacob. Okay, so they're all Shemitic. Okay, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're all Shemitic people, man. Okay, that is where you descend from. You descend from Jacob, from Israel. You're of the 12 tribes. Okay, but this so-called white man has stolen your identity, man, and is using it against the people of the world to get away with the wickedness, man. You know. Let me quickly get this. Alright, it says here, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Okay, we're just made better, different, special to the Heavenly Father, man, compared to all these other nations, man. And he's promised us to set us on top of all nations, man. Okay, so the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, but you were the fewest of all people. Okay, so like I say, the Shemitic line, as a, you know, in terms of nations, ends with Israel. They're the youngest nation on the planet. Okay, that's why it was few in number compared to everybody else. Everybody else was well established before the Lord, you know, grew us, man, into a great nation. Okay, so you know that's how it was. Okay, but like I said, these devils, you know, they've stolen our identity. Okay, going around claiming to be us. Okay, claiming to be God's chosen people when they're doing nothing but wickedness upon the earth. Okay, there's not one of them that goeth after righteousness. Okay, but this is Micah chapter 2 verse 1 says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. because it is in their power of their hand, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Okay, they take that from you, man. Okay, they put us into slavery and took our identity from us, man. Okay, and like I said, they put it upon themselves, and this has been a plan for many years. Okay, to basically supplant the whole earth under the guise of being God's chosen people. Okay, they get that special kind of protection. Okay, by these Edomites, man. They're all Edomites, just doing each other a solid, basically. Okay, now you might say, oh yeah, but or what about Hitler? What about everyone that was there? Like I said, man, this is all a wickedly devised plan, okay, by these Edomites, okay, to play both angles, man, okay, to achieve an agenda. Okay, Hitler himself was a Jew. Okay, they're all working together, man. Okay, they're playing both sides of the field, man. They're acting like they're the savior and the villains, man. Okay, just so they can get their agenda pushed forward, man. Okay, but it's all lies. It's all deceit. Okay, because they're the devil. Okay, that's what the devil does. That's what the devil means. Okay. I'll finish up on Revelation chapter 2 verse 9, where it says here, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty. Okay, that's the conditions of the real Israelites, okay, the real Jews. It says, but thou art rich. Why? Because we have this word, we have Yahweh Shai. Okay, so I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Okay, so like I said, man, you got imposters out there going around acting like they're us, or supposed to be us, God's chosen people. But in truth, they're nothing but the devil. Okay, telling lies and plotting devious schemes. Okay, you got Israel up in the news a lot recently with everything that's going on there. With the new embassy and the attacks in Syria and that, and the anti-Semitism here in the UK, in the governments. You know what I mean? These gutter rats, man. These devils, man. They're pushing, man. Okay, they're pushing on with things, man, trying to get this whole World War III kicked off, man. Okay, so all I can say to them, man, is hurry up and do it, man. Okay, you're gonna find out who God's chosen people are, man. Okay, because we know for damn sure they ain't you. Okay, you bunch of imposters, man. Okay, but yeah, I hope this whole anti-Semitism thing makes a bit more sense. I think I was watching, like I said, it's just a devious plot to use as a weapon by these devils, man. But it's all lies, man. Okay, so with that, I want to say shalom. I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Shalom.